devastated me,
And I know
especially not to be able to be there
right.
with her during that time. It was I mean, we got here the next day, but that, I mean, just doesn't make up for not being here.
Right, right. And I know you all are close family.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Sister Barbara Bailey. And we will forever keep her memory, of course, in our hearts. And this family will keep y'all in our prayer as well. But we are here today talking about your new ministry.
Right.
And the name again is?
Destiny by Design Worship Center.
So, you say, you got the call, but really and honestly, what brought you to this moment that said, I got to do this, and I got to do it in Memphis?
Right. One thing happened to me when I was in Chicago. I moved there, and one of the guys at the church called me one day. I think I'd been there almost a year or 6 months or so. He was like, hey, man, you ever heard of this show called First 4 to 8? Like, I've heard about it, but I never seen it.
Right.
He's like, dude, they have Memphis on there every day. I'm like, what? And so I started watching, and I'm like, I'm watching every day, and every day literally Memphis. And so for me, we now have 2 locations in Chicago with Victory. And so for me, the first location is in the suburbs. So, for me, I'm like, thank God. Woo! We got out of that just in the nick of time. Thank you, Jesus. You know how to save people. And so I'm just happy, like, look at all of this going on. I'm like, God, thank you for delivering me and my family. Well, what happened is, Holy Spirit started convicting me about it. Because what happened is I started seeing people I went to school with, people I grown up with. And the Holy Spirit started saying, you're going to go back, you're going to minister to them. I said, no, I ain't. I started watching it. I mean, literally. I mean, because I had gotten engrossed with watching it every day. I was like, I can't believe this.
Right, you see, yeah.
And then the Leicester Street Massacre, I'd seen that. They showed it. It was just devastating.
That was a horrible one.
It was, and I just started watching it, man, because I started getting convicted.
Yeah.
I'm like, these people I knew, grew up with, who I could possibly meet, making a difference in their life. And so literally, I just went through these months of trying to ignore God. Knowing the Holy Spirit, like, I'm fine with where I am. I'm comfortable. And when I said that word, it hit me. And when you get complacent and comfortable, that's when God begins to uproot you. Because He never wants us to get to a place where we're comfortable. We can be content.
Right.
Content with His will and what He allows, but not comfortable.
Right.
And so I went through this season of just fighting, crying, couldn't sleep, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Literally, man, I had to say yes, because I went through the same thing, making the decision to move to Chicago. So I knew what it was. It was the Lord tugging on me, telling me that I need to say yes.
Well, with me being an ordained minister as well, one thing that I've asked God to help me with an answer to, and I don't know if I've gotten the answer now, maybe you can answer this being a minister. When you hear that this city, Memphis, has over 2,000 churches, what's the difference with
over 2,200?
Oh my God, that's even worse. But what's the difference? What's the difference you're bringing to Memphis?
Exactly. And I asked God the same thing. Like, they got plenty. I mean, you got phenomenal, great men of God that I know. They're bringing a word. That's doing a great job in the community. It's like, well, why are you calling me?
Yeah.
And that's because there are some allegiances, some relationships that God has forged with me and some people here that He didn't do it for a reason. There's some people that I know that the people I know who are phenomenal in ministry probably would never get an opportunity to minister to. But because God had allowed me to cross paths with that person, I may be the one who will be able to minister to. And I have family here also who really, really, really needs God. And my prayer is that I can be an example even for my family to lead them to Christ. But I believe that this is just even the beginning of what God is ultimately going to do to change this city.
Totally
my desire is that, from the leadership on down, that we change in every aspect of the way. And my desire and vision for ministry is not that of a four-wall ministry. It's getting outside of the four walls, adhering to the Great Commission, which is the first word is go. It's not a noun. It's a verb, which means it requires action. And so I'm here to go. I'm here to go and to ultimately, hopefully and prayerfully lead the world to Christ.
Well, let's wrap it up by asking the final question. And, this is kind of like, I don't know, true, false, we don't know, but is music ministry over for Tim Bailey?
Music ministry is definitely not over for me. Because it is still a part of who I am. It's in my DNA in ministry.
So can I expect to see you, run from the podium over to the organ? And I don't know.
Definitely not. It's my intention to do that.
Okay.
However, I do have a huge vision for ministry. Memphis has it's a phenomenal place of gifts that I feel are untapped, and people need to see all the giftings here. My desire is to hopefully really, really soon present a platform where Memphians can have an opportunity through all the relationships that God has given me, even internationally and nationally with the music industry. So that will be infused with my word-spoken ministry. However, it will not be my #1 ministry, because I know people I've been getting calls, you coming back to start a choir? No, I paid my dues.
That's done. Okay, all right. Final thought. Destiny by Design grand opening services are this Friday.
This Friday night.
August
7th.
2009, starting at
7 o'clock.
Where?
On the dot. GPAC, Germantown Performing Arts Center. Please come out, bring family, bring friends, but come out and experience a move of God and get ready to embrace your destiny.
Any final thoughts?
No, just pray for me. Pray for me, and thank you, Dewayne. You guys have been truly a blessing. Believe it or not, through Michael Davis, a lot of this has come to be, because that's how I actually originally even met Pastor Norful.
Yeah.
It was through him. So
Yeah.
thank you, Michael. I love you, man. Big ups, Tracy, to the whole 95.17. I love you, brother, the family.
Yeah. Thank you, Tim Bailey. God bless you.
for
We
having
will
me.
see you Friday night.
Friday night.
All right. Be blessed.